think that's the cutest bird I've ever seen.
All of us are friends, and it is the best experience I've ever had. I've never become so close with a class, although I've never spent so much time with one class, but that was my favorite part of this whole thing about making the friends in the whole class. We're just one big happy family.
Like there's a big brush pile against the fence. Yeah. Way down there. It's right in front of that.
Every time I'm outside, every time I hear a bird song, I have to like instinctively stop and think about what it is and try and figure it out. It's like I can hear Dr. Dewar's voice in the back of my head every time a bird sings, saying, "What is it? What's that species?"
These guys are smaller.
What about solitary sandpiper? No. I think the indigo bunting is my favorite bird right now. Living in North America, like Northeast America, like where it's cold and stuff like that, you don't expect to see birds with brilliant blue color, like besides the bluebird. But I mean, indigo buntings are like extremely blue and just brilliantly I can't even explain the color, like how it's fluorescent almost, like it's beautiful.
Same habitat that we saw in at Jennings?
Well, we've seen, I'd say, about 25 total different species. The most we've seen in one flock was probably the ring-billed gulls, about 66, and right here we have about 50 with the ruddy duck.
See, look how new her feathers are. That's awesome. They're not worn at all. Look at the iridescence. Okay, so she'll just...
Of course, we want students to be able to identify birds, be able to collect the data, and submit it as citizen scientists. And we want them to be able to think about it critically and write about it and report about it on their blogs.
That was scary. I like to keep my writing to myself, and I think that doing this blog has really kind of opened up the door to sharing my writing with people.
Blogging about birds has honestly helped me understand them a lot better, because of course you learn about it in the field and everything, but having to translate it onto like a website and have to translate it to people who wouldn't necessarily understand it, so you're a common citizen, that was the hard part. So I think that's something that I definitely learned.
It was a lot different than I thought it would be, this cluster. It was really interesting though. I never realized how accessible birds were and how accessible like getting your, not your thoughts, but like getting our blogs out on the internet, like having people see our work. I never realized how easy that was, and so this cluster really taught me that.
So one I'm looking at up here. Let's get down here to get a better look.
The coolest thing I think is the anatomy of each bird, and each bird has different characteristics, which I think makes them very unique from each other. Such as like the brown-headed cowbird, they put their eggs in other birds' nests. I think that is very cool.
It's pretty neat. Yeah, it goes way down. They're not all like that, but a lot of them are. They have no problem filling that whole space.
No, I've seen eggs, but never in like a nest box or something. We always just would stay away from them just because that's what we thought. We learned it's a myth that doesn't keep the bird from coming back, but that's what we thought when we were younger.
Obviously, most birds can fly, but learning the physics behind flight was probably one of the more interesting aspects of the class, because now you're introducing physics into a bio course also.
I spotted a goldfinch in a tree, and I like stopped the person I was with, and I was like all adamant about showing her this bird, and you know, you stop yourself sometimes and realize that, wow, I wasn't like that. Like,
there's a willow up here. There's a willow that has green leaves on it, and there's a yellow bird flitting around in the top of it.
I think what I learned the most actually had to deal with me as a person. I'm used to doing a ton of work based on my major and all the stuff I do on a normal basis, but I got to take the time to go out birding and past the identification part and all the work it does, but realizing that it's something I can do, still be productive, and have relaxation time to do it, because it's not me sitting down trying to compose something or analyze a piece.
I really like the Audubon project. I think that the fact that we are leaving a sort of part of this class specifically with these people, a mark on the campus from us, that's a big deal to me, and the fact that it's helping the environment and ties directly into what we were learning about. That was pretty cool.
It's a yellow warbler, yes?
Yeah.